Hi, Mary G here from New York, and I just wanted to talk briefly tonight about the Empower Hour call last night. It was phenomenal. We had hosting it Vick Strizheus, and he was talking about three basic things to help us people out there become successful. And when you have these three basic things, you will become successful. But however, you must have these three basic things. And the first thing was a clear understanding, clarity in what you want, clarity in what you're looking for, your why. Why would you even do this? What do you want out of it? And be so clear that you literally write it down. Now, it reminded me of when I read Think and Grow Rich, and Napoleon Hill had said in that wonderful book of the key to success is that you have got to find your definite major purpose. He called it the DMP. And this was written down very clearly and had dates when you would be, when you're looking for this to appear, how your feelings of how you feel when you have it, in the present tense, and Vic said the same thing. And it has to be clear, and it should be written, and it should be read twice a day, minimum, in the morning when you get up and in the evening before you go to bed. So that was great information, and it was a great reminder of that pattern that's so important. You can't get to your destination, get to your target, unless you have a clear and concise idea of what you do want. Okay, the second thing was the fundamentals. And he illustrated so beautifully, and I really love this illustration of an iceberg. And 2% of the iceberg is out of the water, and 98% of it is under the water. So the 2% out of the water is, the techniques, the strategy of, three-step system or something like that, which is the technical part of the whole fundamental business. And underneath the water is really what makes the 2% work or not. And that's the self-development. And that's the basics of the relationship business building, which our business is a relationship business, a relationship building business. We cannot succeed at all if we don't build relationships with know, like, and trust. So the iceberg was a great analogy because everyone knows an iceberg has got just the peaks out of the water, but we all know that underneath is massive. So 98% is underneath, and that 98% is critical to the success of the people. And you want to think of, would you join you in a business? And that's a very good question. 10 years ago, if I asked myself that, I would say, no way. I didn't even know what I was doing. 5 years ago, I would join me. And the last 2 years, definitely, because you're looking for somebody with commitment, someone who's consistent and persistent, people that have seen success. Yeah, that kind of a person you might. But you need to ask yourself, would you join you? And fundamentals of working on yourself is one way to develop that relationship with yourself, in fact, so you can be the person that you want to attract. And that's very important. So what do you do for the self-development? And Vic went over it. You read every day. If it's 15 minutes a day, he mentioned he reads every day for at least 30 minutes. I read every day for at least 10 to 15 minutes, and when I'm into a book, I could read a whole book, okay? But through the last 5 years of my network marketing experience, I read every day for about an hour because I was just absorbing all these great self-development books and these wonderful authors that put out such amazing things. I read Think and Grow Rich 8 times. And every time, the chapter from the last time, that same chapter, there was something in it I missed. And it was like, wow, who put that in there? So that's one thing you could get out of books, rereading and rereading them. So that was very important. And audios. And, of course, with Empower Network, we have the Inner Circle, which I love that because it's the rags to riches stories of people like you and me who have started out with nothing and ended up with an amazing income from their consistent and persistent working and working on themselves 98% of the time. In fact, work on your yourself more than your business, and you'll be more successful. So that's the second thing, is the audios. And then events. Get to the events to be masterminding with the people who you want to be like. You know, you see what somebody has. You don't want to be that person. However, you want to have what that person has. They may have, you know, the magnetism and the attraction to the like-minded people. They may attract money in their life. They may, things look easy to come to them, and of course it just looks like that. However, they've developed to that point where it is easy for them at that point of their lives, and you want to be like that. So you want to be around people and see why and how they are like that, and then they share their secrets, like they read every day, or they go to events, or they speak the language of success. And Vick brought that up, that which I really appreciated, because I know self-talk is very important, and we literally talk ourselves down a lot. But words like try, oh, I'll try to do that, well, that's not a successful talk. I can and will do it, and I am doing it. That's forward motion in the now talking. But I'll give it a shot. I'll try to do it. Well, we all know if you try to do it, you're really setting yourself up, because you don't really think you're going to do it, or you wouldn't say try, because you can't try to do anything. You either do it or you don't do it. So I appreciated that he had put that in there, as well as people talking the language of unsuccess and wondering why they're not being successful. So that I thought was wonderful to bring to everybody's attention as well. And the massive action is the third step. First one is your definite major purpose, writing it down, reading it every day, twice a day. Second one is the fundamentals, the regular system stuff. The technical stuff is only 2% of it. The 98% is working on yourself. And then the massive action. Take massive action, because all of it's not going to pull together unless you take the action. And when you say massive action, 10 years ago I would never understood this, but today, doing Empower Network, I understand now what massive action is. And I have to admit, I really never took massive action till now. I'm looking at my business as a business. I always looked at it as a business, and I thought I was taking action or massive action, but it was always my auto ship, buying some business cards, handing them out, networking with people, you know, going online, communicating with people. It really wasn't the massive action that you really need if you want to see the results in a time space here that you consider, you know, quick. And there's no reason you can't. So massive action is definitely required, and we want that kind of results fast. We need to take massive action. You don't have to, but then you can't expect and feel like, oh my gosh, you know, I did this for 30 days and nothing's shown up. Well, that's not the commitment to massive action, or the commitment even to your business. You really need to know, and it should be in your definite major purpose as well, that you're do or die. You're doing this, and you're not giving it 3 months or 6 months or a year. You're making a plan to do the business. When you go borrow money from a bank and you want to start a business, now everyone expects that you have a certain amount of money to a budget for that business. You might actually go to a bank and write up a business plan, and in the business plan you have a budget, and you ask for a certain amount of money. You come back and you get it, or you don't, but what you get you start putting into your business, and it might take you 5 years to break even or to even see a profit. But nobody kind of like goes too nuts on that. That's business. But when they get into an online business, they think right away that, well, it should work. Well, you have to take some massive action, and you have to put some money into it to have it work. Now with Empower Network, you're fortunate because you could get all in for under $5,000, and then, I mean, that's very minimum, but that's what it would cost. And then go all the free routes, the social networks, the Craigslist, all the ways to bring people in to offer the products and have them see how great this platform is as well. So you can do that, but don't expect that kind of happening quickly. That will happen, but it will take time, and you have to be patient with that. You either trade the time, or you spend some money quickening up the time and taking massive action on you know, buying your ads, solo ads, or buying the leads, and investigating that arena to see what that kind of massive action will do for your business. So massive action is very important, and also knowing that the commitment and the persistence and setting up a time for yourself where you're not going to quit, but in 3 months you'll assess what's going on and then reevaluate what your activities are, income producing activities, and then plan out your 6 months and your I love the 3 month thing. Is just beautiful. See the results in 3 months. I think that's brilliant. So I love the events. Events are the milestones you need to keep coming to see your progression, and share with everyone else theirs too, and get very excited. I think that's very, very amazing. I've never seen that anywhere in the industry. So we have something very special here. So if you'd like to join me, please do. The journey is a trip, and it's just been wonderful. It's expanding my knowledge of everything. The products are outrageous because they're teaching me exactly how to do the business. So it's an internal job, which is amazing, and I'm investing in my own business by being all in and learning things, which is an investment in my time, my learning curve, to be successful and succeed in my own business. So how does it get any better than this? Okay, so join me and I'll show you the platform and point you in the direction to succeeding on any level that you choose yourself, and do it. Just do it, because this thing is awesome. So his call was inspiring. It was simple. It was an hour and a half. I'll put in the writing of the blog, I'll put the replay number, because it's wonderful to re-listen to it. In fact, I'll listen to it again probably as I'm writing this. And it was awesome. He's an amazing leader, and it was just wonderful having him host the call, and I appreciated him. So everyone have an awesome rest of the day or evening wherever you are in the world, and awesome is a choice. Remember, choose. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.